Welcome, welcome to Grown Men Chopping It Up. It's your boy J.R. Rydha, and I'm here with my ace,
Kerry. I say Kerry with a K. This is a safe place for grown-ups to have a grown-up after dark talk.
We'll give you a second to tuck the kids into bed, because this is 21 and over. 21 and over. Okay, let's get to it. Two, one.
Good evening, good morning. Today's episode is brought to you by crouch spiders. Crotch spiders. The pubic hair that sneaks out of bikini bottom. Man, look at that crotch spiders on her. Impressive.
All right, you outdone yourself on that sponsor. I don't know how you came up with that one.
Hey, everybody needs a little bit of help.
Yeah.
And crotch spiders is no different.
No different than any other part, you know?
Exactly.
So, man, we made it to another podcast. We missed a couple weeks because of, technical difficulties, police shooting people, and things like that.
Yeah, definitely. But, they're going to keep shooting people.
Well, they bullets are cheap, so I guess they want to use them all. But we don't have a political show, so let's stay in our lane.
Yeah, we don't care anything about that at all.
Right. So, hey, you got the first topic? Want to start them off?
Well, no, you can start off, definitely. I'm trying to get my other phone started so I can see my topic.
Yeah, okay, so I started off, right? So, so a friend of mine is in a relationship, and when she went out the room, the dude she was dating went through her phone. He saw some texts from some guys, but they were all friendly, but he didn't like them. What point is it okay to go through someone's phone? What do you think?
It's never okay.
Okay.
But people do it anyway.
Right. I don't know. I think that, going through somebody's phone is like reading their diary.
Yeah.
They always say people shouldn't have nothing to hide and things like that. And I understand that. But I do think that, you're entitled to a certain amount of privacy.
Right. Some privacy.
Yeah, but then the person, it's like, why are you going through my phone? If you're going to go through my phone and then break up with me, then that's one thing. But you're going to go through my phone and then tell me about it.
You can't get double punished, huh?
Yeah, I don't want you to. Now we got to have conversations.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. So, person one, I feel like both people in a relationship should have the trust where they don't need to go through one another's phone. If you're in a relationship with someone, shouldn't you have the trust and respect that you don't have to go through one another's phone? Yeah, but, sometimes it could be something else. You could be checking the time, and all of a sudden, you see a dick come across the screen. Right?
You're like, wait, that's not the time. That's dick o'clock.
That's seven nuts o'clock.
Horrible.
Okay, person number two. Never. My dude leaves his phone open all the time. I would never do that. That's insecure to me. And a man or a woman going through your phone has no trust. Yeah. And I think the other thing too, guys, the easiest way to prevent somebody from going through your phone is to let them go through it. Because most times when they have permission to do it, they don't want to do it. It's only when you have all the locks and all the other crap in your phone. Okay, person three. Because that's not your property, and if you have to do that, you shouldn't be with the person because obviously you have suspicions and don't trust that person. And besides, if you go through it, you always find something, and it might be nothing at all. Right? Something that's nothing.
Because everything could seem suspicious.
Right. And you're putting a 2 on the 10 where you got other stuff to worry about. You should be in the kitchen cooking. So,
what you doing out of the kitchen to begin with?
Right. Was my phone in the kitchen? Okay.
Hopefully not, because I wasn't cooking nothing.
Person 4. Honestly, it's not okay. But at the same time, they should have enough trust in a relationship to where you shouldn't have to feel like you need to go through the phone. And if there's enough trust, the phone can be left without any locks on it because you're not doing anything to make the other person feel any kind of ways. See, in a relationship, you should build on trust and loyalty, and there should come a time in a relationship where there's nothing to hide. So if you're talking to someone of opposite sex, your mate should know about it. There's no secrets being held from each other. Yeah.
What if you want your mate to know about it?
True. I mean, should people have friends outside of their relationship? Like, you know, I'm cool with other people, and you're cool with your mate. You think that's a good idea?
Well, I would say that any old friends that he or she may have before the other person came along, they're just friends. They're friends waiting on an introduction.
Okay.
Like, okay, I just haven't introduced you to this guy, but I've known him since I was 15 when he used to put his dick down my throat.
Right. Wow.
But I still know him. So I just haven't introduced you to him yet. But you can't really go out there and meet a new friend and say that's a friend of mine. Because any new friends are friends of ours.
Right. So new friends have to become, that's a whole nother show. Right. You write that topic down. But,
friends of ours and friends of yours.
Yeah. Any new friend is a friend of ours.
Right. You can't just be out and get a number and be like, oh, yeah, I'll call you up sometime. We'll have lunch. I don't think so.
Yeah. Well, would you be okay if your girl recruits a friend for you? Like, she meets some dude and she thinks that you guys would be good friends. Would you be okay with her introducing, like, hey, I met this guy Mike. I think you and Mike will hit it off.
No, because she's most likely thinking that Mike has nice shoulders. And that's what her real motivation is. She want to see him around the house so she can start making sandwiches for him and shit. I'm not going for that.
She wants to be.
She's not with me with that shit.
She's looking
Just
at
like me saying, hey, I met Linda today. Okay, she has a big old ass, but that's not why I want you to be her friend.
No, I want you to be her friend because I think you guys would be good friends.
Exactly.
You're not going for it.
Yeah, I'm not falling for the banana in the ass pipe.
Wow. Okay.
No, it's a cookbook. How to serve man. It's a cookbook.
Oh, shit. Hey, so that's pretty much my first topic. Basically. Yeah, so that was pretty damn funny. All right, what's your next topic?
All right, my first topic is how to stop arguing and actually solve your relationship problem.
Oh, you got a way to help them out.
Right. See, this wasn't my originally first topic, but I switched phones. I had like 17 topics in there, and the phone's dead and gone, so I had to switch my topics already. But I'm ready because I'm ready, Freddy.
Go ahead, Freddie.
Now, the first problem is recognize there are two problems, your emotions and the situation. If you mad at something sort of simple like you walk past the dishes in the kitchen and they're dirty, and you start flying off the handle, you have to realize that may be the emotion or the problem. Fuck them dirty dishes. There's something deeper than that. There's always at least two problems. You're frustrated with the partner for not doing the dishes. You have two problems to solve. The dishes need to be done, and you need to no longer be upset with your partner for not doing them. So what are you going to do?
Right. Oh, so you're holding something else, and then you're just going off because of the dishes.
Yes, you're holding that one thing against them when you shouldn't. You have to deal with both of those problems separately.
Okay.
So with the dishes part, you may need to do them. You may have not done the dishes yourself in a month or two. And this could be her way of protesting, like, nigga, you don't never do the dishes. I do all the goddamn cooking because I live in the kitchen.
Right.
And you don't do them at all. So if you do the dishes, you may be able to clear what the other problem is. The other problem may be, instead of doing the dishes, you could have been sucking my dick.
Right.
So you didn't use that time to do the dishes, and you sure didn't use it Like my dick. So this is unfair.
Right. I'm getting double punished.
Right. This is not the way life's supposed to be. It's not what I married you for.
Okay.
So the next thing is venting your frustrations will only make your anger worse.
What does that mean?
So you shouldn't. Everybody knows you shouldn't bottle up your anger. That's one thing, because that's just going to make it expand even harder. But a quiet reflection may be the best cure for pent-up frustration. Like, have some time to yourself and think about it. Releasing sexual tension feels good. Oh, shit. I don't know what just happened. Releasing sexual tension feels good. Throwing up when you feel sick feels good. Finally getting to a restroom feels good. So it seems to follow draining bad blood or driving out demons or siphoning away black bile to bring the body back into your balance. That sounds like a rap, don't it? Black bile to bring your body back into the balance. Okay. So if you're releasing your frustration to yourself first, so when you explain them to your partner, it doesn't come off as, oh, man, he's just belly aching. He's complaining about some shit he don't need to be complaining about.
Right.
It makes it better when you do that.
Okay. I can dig it.
So then, here's the other thing that you can do when you're having, I don't want to call it a meltdown, but it's deal with the situation when you come back.
Okay.
It's like when they say don't whip your kids when you're angry.
Okay.
When your kid does something, if you just flop, you start hitting them, you're mad, and you're not able to deal with it right then. Like the lady that got her kids took from her, she whooped them, and they took all her damn kids, because she should have waited for a second. They were stealing stuff out of the neighbor's house. I know they shouldn't have been doing that, but she should have sat them down for a moment, made them take the stuff back, and then calm down, and then whooped them.
Right, because she was too angry at that moment to deal with it.
Right, exactly. So, calm down, and here's the biggest one is choose your battles wisely.
Okay.
Like you have to really choose what's worth an argument. What's worth a heated argument? Any moment in your life can turn into a heated argument, but most shouldn't.
Okay.
If you're having a conversation, you get the energy to stand up for yourself when it matters. Whether you fight too much or too little, you have a problem choosing your battles if you don't choose them correctly. So here's how here's how you choose your battles and get what you want is actually matters.
Okay.
Try to be the devil's advocate. Think about the other side of the equation. Like, if you're able to look at things from different sides, then it makes it easier in an argument because you already know what the other person's going to say.
Right.
Because you've already said in your head, like, okay, she's going to say this, and I'm going to say this. But it's almost like listening loaded.
Yeah.
But you still can listen. Just know what your answer's going to be because everyone knows you hardly ever win an argument with a woman.
Right. And, yeah.
The only way you win is walking out in a huff.
Right. Or choker.
Right. That seems to stop them from talking pretty quick.
Seems like a win-win.
Right. If you got your hands on her trachea, she really can't say much to you.
Nah.
So choose your battles nicely. Choose your battles wisely, like one of the Isley brothers.
Okay.
So then that's another part of it. The other thing, my last one is actually the good one. And let's see, the last one is the most important one. It's make up. If you're arguing that night, don't let the morning come without you guys being made up. Unless it's for something that's so detrimental that, oh my God, I'm not going to get over this. If you're not going to get over it, you're not going to, and you shouldn't force it. But it's like I told a friend of mine recently. He said, I don't know if my girl cheated on me. I don't know if I'm going to get over this. I said, look, here's the thing about cheating. It goes by how many people know.
Right. Right. We talked about that last podcast.
Right. If she cheated and all your partners know, nobody's going to let you live that down because that's how men are as friends. We'll make fun of you anytime we want to. And then, you might not be able to get past it at that point. But if only she knows, then it's easier to get by. And it's not excusing cheating. It's like, do you think you'd be able to is it better with this person or without this person?
Okay.
Is your life better or worse? Now, me, I've always thought of life better after somebody did something fucked up to me.
Okay.
I'll wake up in the morning feeling like, oh, great, I'm rid of that motherfucker. This is great.
Like
There's so much more sex I can have.
throw a party that they leaving.
Yeah, because, no matter how good that relationship is, and I might be sad for a couple hours, but after that is over with, I'm like, whoa, there is so much more pussy out there waiting for me.
You said waiting for you?
It's waiting. Like, oh, I've been waiting.
Hi. Yeah, that's crazy, man. That, once you figure out that you're free, now you can just do your thing.
Yeah, because they tell women that the best way to get over one man is to get under another one.
Do you agree with that?
For them, yeah. But for us, it just makes matters worse.
Right.
Of course, there's so many women that you could have been with and have been waiting on you, the neighbor chick, the girl at the supermarket. But it's not going to help you get over that next person or make you feel any better when you finish, because one is just as psycho as the other.
Yeah, it's not like you're trading up. You're just trading sideways, right?
We're going to get some letters for that one. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's... Go ahead.
And if you can just, make up from these petty little arguments you have with the chick, unless you really don't like her, then you find something really small and blow it up and say, I think you fucked my partner, and then you leave her.
It's a little, little extreme.
Why is the milk all gone? You be like, why is the milk all gone? I think you fucked my partner.
Two extremes.
She'll think you're crazy and want to leave anyway. But girls seem to like crazy dudes. They love them.
Right. Yeah, I definitely can dig that. It just seems like some people just think controversy and fighting and argument is a part of a relationship.
Yeah. What part of the relationship is that? I don't want any parts of that.
Right. You can keep that. Let me jump into my next topic.
All right.
My next topic is... Okay. When it comes to planning for the future in dating, how far ahead should you plan? Does the person have to fit all your requirements? Do you have a list, or do you live in the now? So, when you're dating somebody, do you roll out a list and be like, okay, she got to have this, 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 and this? And at what point in a relationship is it okay to start, planning for the future and looking ahead? Do you think people do it too soon, or is it just something that is just natural, or what?
I think having a soft list is a good thing. Have a soft list on what you're not willing to compromise for. But it shouldn't be physical.
Okay.
It should be mental and, the way they treat you or others. Because the physical is going to change.
Yeah, but what if the physical is something that's important to you?
Then you're a shallow Hal. And you're going to be by your goddamn self. Because even women change their own appearance. Women don't seem to be happy with their own appearance. So at some point, she's going to be like, oh, I need to gain weight. Oh, I need to lose weight. I have to cut my hair. I'm going to need to fix my nose. They will change on you in the middle of a relationship without asking you anything.
Right.
Because that's what you'd be like, no, I met you like this. This is how I like you. Oh, no. I want to gain 100 pounds. I'm so skinny.
Right. I remember dating somebody, and I told them that they had a hairstyle, and I loved it. I was like, I love your hair like that. The next day, they cut it.
Wow.
And I was like, and they didn't even remember the conversation I had when I told them that I liked their hair. For what I thought was really not that important. And I just thought that was crazy. Yeah, definitely people change through time, through stress, through, like you said, just, want to change up. And some women think that's a good thing. They be like, oh, I change my hair every couple months. So it's always like you're dating somebody new. Sometimes it's like, no, I just want to date the first one.
Right. I don't want to date anybody new.
I thought the number one was pretty cool. I like that one.
Yeah, I ordered the big breakfast.
Yeah. So, person one. For me personally, it's about in the moment or the now. It's about personality for me. If we click, we click. If you can make me laugh, understand my weirdness, then I will give you a chance. But of course, it's all about getting to know each other, becoming friends before anything else. Now, that, if you believe it or not, came from my daughter.
Oh. It's good you said that before I start talking crazy. I gotta be nice. Oh, that's sweet.
And, you know, she's 20, about to be 21. And that's her view on dating. And I think that's a pretty good start, I think.
Yeah, coming from somebody her age, that is a very good beginning to start at, because that's what we need people that are new to dating to be like. We need them to figure out what that person is about before they spend all that time, money, and anything else on them. They need to be friends first. I agree. I would want my daughter to feel like that.
Yeah, and the thing is like, this is my saying. I tell people, you know, if you like me in, you know, a week, you're going to like me in 6 months. If you like me in 6 months, you'll like me in a year. So there's no race to figure this out. You know, take your time.
Right. I'm here.
Yeah, I'm here. Person two, I might have a few things that I look for, but for the most part, I might be living in the now, because when dating, you're going to meet different types of people. And I think that women say that, but I think it's bullshit. Women go into dating with a solid list, and if you're not perfect in that list, you're cut. They have no problem, you know, just moving on. You know,
Not
and
at all.
go ahead.
They will do that.
And it could be the stupidest thing. Like, you know, it could be something really stupid. Like, let's say the person wants to have kids. Another person's on the fence. A woman will not talk to you if she knows that you're not 100%. And they say it's wasting time. But the other pack about it, you can meet somebody who wants to have kids, and you have a shorter relationship than you would have with the person who wasn't 100% sure. You know, your greatness should be what makes them want to have a baby with you, not just the idea of having a baby. And I think that's why we have so many single moms now, is because they were more in love with the idea of having a baby than having a family. So they met somebody who wanted a baby, and because they had wants, that's who they went with. Well, maybe you should have went with the cat that said, "Let me think about it," or "I don't want him." Not that, and then you guys build that together, or somebody who says maybe.
Right. Because some women will actually downplay a dude just because he doesn't have certain things that we don't trip on if they don't have. Like, they'll be like, "Oh, if he ain't got no car, I don't want to deal with him. If he don't have his own place, I don't deal with him." What about Italian men that tend to stay with their mothers on into their 20s and 30s?
Right.
That doesn't make him a bad man.
No. It's actually kind of better that he stay there and help his parents.
Right. This should be a guy they're looking at like, "Oh, he's a great guy. Let me stay with this fella."
Yeah, I mean, it shows you that if he has that to take care of his parents, he will take care of you.
Right. I think so.
But we all know the whole dating world is all turned upside down right now.
Yeah, and I think the dating pool is tainted.
With SARS?
It's got something nasty in it. I think it's like incest and shit all up in it. I think most of these niggas is related. That's why they crazy like that.
Okay, person 3. One needs to merely plan their own life. Someone will come along that fits. You can't plan a life with someone you haven't met in your mind. They have their own dreams. Together, you mend your dreams and make the happiness. Granted, this is all aspire and speak. No soul has chosen me. Yeah, that was pretty poetic.
Yeah, that's like somebody saying you can't fit a round peg in a square hole, which is actually untrue. If the round peg is smaller, it will fit right through a square hole.
Okay.
But I think they're not thinking.
Right, but I think they're thinking about those blocks that when you go to the doctor when you're a little badass kid and they're trying to get you something to play with, and you see a little kid trying to ram the square into the circle.
Yeah, I used to have the hardest time putting the damn star in. Why was the star so hard to get put in the damn hole?
I think it was childproof.
Exactly. It was a way to see how you react when you're just frustrated and shit.
So, person 4. I used to have a list of things that I wanted and required, but it has shrunk with age and time. Now I just ensure that they have the basics: house, apartment, employee, car, stability. Generally, if I'm dating you, then I'm vetting the personality, but I'm learning to live in the now. Thinking so far ahead causes unnecessary stress. However, as feelings evolve, it's best to talk about them so that you know that you're still on the same page. Relationships, or if the relationship is going in different directions. And I agree with that. The way I look at it like this is that I'm not going to make any major plans or decisions with a person without having that time in to really know the person. Because people change. And those changes can be detrimental to you, what you have going on, you know, your money, your stability, all that. So you can't... Is that your computer?
Yeah, I don't know why the fuck is doing that.
You can't just willy-nilly jump into situations because you could take losses. And I think that people don't take that into consideration. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like every relationship you're going to have, when it's over, if it ends bad or good, you take a loss.
Yeah, you do.
And, you know, it could be time, it could be money, it could be whatever. But having, you know, those kind of losses, you know, can mess you up. You know?
Yeah, it sets you back a little bit.
Right. It sets you back. So, you know, just because somebody looks good and they you know, I used to have a checklist, but sometimes it's how the checklist is put together. Because you could put things on there like you want a girl to cook. And she cooks, but it's horrible. You know.
And you'd be like, no.
Yeah.
Don't cook.
You could say you only want to date, you know, women who kids are over 18. Yeah, but they thugs. You know, where if she had a little 10-year-old and he could be the smartest, coolest little kid ever. So you know, I say the list thing. I made my list so simple, and it's kind of, you know, romantical, I think. But
right.
if the next person that I want to be with is somebody that I can be on a desert island and it's just me and them, and I'm okay with it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know, because at the end of the day, yeah, because at the end of the day, money and, you know, having somebody that fills this list, it doesn't matter if you can't do a road trip together. And I think everybody should do that. In the beginning of your relationship, you should go on a road trip. You know, a ride to LA. 5 hours, you know, 6 hours in the car. And go the long way. Go 80. You know, or 101. One of them is long. Go that way. And so, if you make it through that, I think that, you know, you really might have something. Because a road trip, it tests a whole lot. You know, and I know people who've been in relationships who went on a road trip and no longer was in a relationship when they came back. So I think that's a really good way to test your relationship. What's your next topic?
Oh yeah, because you might not like the way they turn or whatever else.
Right, they might drive really aggressive. They might when they're tired, you might see a part of them that you never seen before. Maybe she can't help you navigate. She don't she don't have the vanity mirror down looking for the police. She just went to sleep. She's always on her phone. You never know. Like, these things you would have never found out. You can talk about things. You could work through things in them kind of situations. So, yeah, that's mine. What's your next topic?
My next topic is trying to be elusive to me, but I got one. This is a part topic, part rant.
Okay.
So I'm sitting at a random barbecue with a friend of mine.
Okay.
You know, I know this guy. I don't know the other guys, but I know this one fella.
Okay.
So he's telling me that he's been married for a little while, but he seems his wife doesn't give him head anymore like she used to.
Whoa.
Now my thing is, there in certain relationships, probably most of them, you get your hottest time off them first that year or two. Is y'all doing it the most? She's trying to impress you. You trying to impress her.
Right.
It eventually slacks off after a while.
Okay.
But I don't think your love should be based on that. But I don't think that it should be let go either.
Okay. What do you mean?
They have to be checked for it in a grown up kind of, hey, you know, you're slacking a little bit way without offending.
But don't women, when you say stuff like that to a woman, don't they then really stop doing it?
Well, either they really stop doing it, or they do like we do when they tell us to do something. They do it for a little while and slack off again. So what I recommended to him was to start with this. I said, hey, you get off work, you know, she in there laying down in the middle of the night. You tap her in the head with your dick. Now I know that sounds outrageous.
It does.
You want to see how is she gonna react? There's no kids in the bed, so you want to see how she gonna react when you tap her in her forehead with your
like you forgot something.
Yeah, like hey, wait up for a second. Now, a good woman will smile at seeing what you got there in your hand.
Okay.
And she'll go down. She'll help you out without you saying anything else. Now, a woman that's either mad at you or, you know, she's really far away from that woman she used to be, will be like, put that thing away, get that thing. You see, it becomes that thing.
Right.
When it becomes that thing, there's the problem. Because before it wasn't that thing. She had a loving name for it. She cuddled with it. You know, all that. Now it's that thing. And that's the bad part. You don't want it to become that thing. So I said, first of all, you do that. See how she reacts to it. If she reacts in a good way, good, you're back in.
Okay.
So I said the other thing is try to be the change that you want to see, like they tell us for everything else, right?
Right.
You try to be the change. So you initiate a lot more to get her to initiate. Now, depending on what kind of woman you have, you can initiate all you want to, but that doesn't mean she's going to reciprocate.
Right.
That's another sign. If she doesn't seem as if she's going to reciprocate at any time during that week, like you don't do it the first time, she might not. Second time, the third time is like, wait. Now I've got, you know, my mustache has been on there 3 times this week already, and I'm still dry. We got some issues.
Right. I mean, yeah. But then, like, when life gets in the way, and you got work, and you got all this, how do you bring that spark? Okay,
it reminds me of a story that Ice Cube, he didn't tell, not Ice-T. Ice-T told this on a podcast. He said, I knew this pimp, right? And pimping is the worst job you can have. I'm not glorifying pimps. I'm just bringing this into the story. He said this pimp had this prostitute that got hit by a car while she was out there working for him. Got hit by a car, leg broke, head lacerated. When they put her on the stretcher, She said, I cannot go to the hospital. I got to get daddy his money. That's what kind of woman you want to be with.
Wow.
You know, whoa. That's a go-getter.
Right.
You want the kind of woman that get off from a 10-hour shift, feet hurt, all that, cook your dinner, everything, wash dishes, put the kids to bed, and still hook you up. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. Because then you can recognize, hey, when she get off, I'll rub her feet. I already have the dinner ready, or I'll put the kids to bed. You find ways to make it easy on her so she can get to you.
Right.
You want to give her a shortcut. So that could be a good thing. That's what kind of woman you want, that will be thinking of you at some point. Maybe not all the time, because you're not going to do it all the time. I'm not going to always be the initiator, and if I have to be, I'm going to be pissed off.
Right, yeah.
Well, I always got to start it.
Yeah, and I think I think you hit on something that's a key point, is that you don't mind being the initiator, but you don't always want to be the initiator.
Right.
That makes you feel, you want to feel desired and wanted too, right?
Right, because if men, we need to feel desired too. That's why some men have those midlife crises, and they be out at the market, and that woman catch their eye. She's looking interested. When the last time the woman has looked interested at him anywhere at home? Mm-hmm. Look over him like, he's sexy. When's the last time you heard that from his wife?
Right. Yeah, that's what we always said, that, the side chick is calling saying, hey, stop by on the way to work. I'm going to suck your dick before you go to work.
Wow.
Your girl is saying, man, again?
Did you wash it off?
Can we just do it tomorrow?
I got a test to study for it.
Right. Yeah, so that's a pretty good rant.
But yeah, just to let them know, it's partly because my computer's flipping out on me, and it won't let me see my whole topic. So I think
it's doing what it can.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
So yeah, man, this is quick little podcast. Let's wrap up this week, and let's get them back next week.
Right. Everybody remember to send us emails, grownmenchoppingitup@gmail.com.
Yeah, and
make sure you check us out on
Facebook, Twitter,
Instagram,
Instagram, and Well, go ahead.
It's all under Grown Men Chopping It Up or Grown Men Chopping.
Yes, sir. Hey, until next week.
Till next week.
Peace.